Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another video to show you my most used bags of 2020. I know, we're already basically in May of 2021. Better late than never, I guess. So you may notice a new background here from my previous videos. My fiance and I recently moved into our condo, so we're settling in. It's nice to have my own space to sort of decorate and do what I want with it. So yeah, that's the explanation for the background. So without further ado, let's get into the video because I don't really have too much preamble except to say I'm sorry that I've been gone for the past couple months. I've just been busy with moving and some other hobbies sort of came in, and I just didn't have a chance to focus on my YouTube videos. So my apologies, but I'm back now, and I'm going to try and post as much as I can. So this most used bags of 2020 video I actually have been prepping for because last year was the first time that I actually tracked my usage of all the bags, all of my designer bags across the whole year. And I did it for two reasons. It was kind of because I'm constantly looking at reevaluating and paring down my collection, so it was nice to see what I actually used versus what I didn't use, just rather than trying to recall from memory. That way, if it comes down to a decision of if I want to sell the bag, it's nice to have sort of evidence for how much I actually used it or didn't use it. And the second reason was I was just curious. So I actually started tracking my bag usage over time. So taking the initial cost of the item and doing a cost per wear for each item just to see how much value I've gotten out of the bags that I have purchased. I'm really trying to be more conscious this year. That's one resolution for me and going forward about buying things that I only truly love and that truly work for me and my lifestyle. So I do plan to do another video at some point about sort of cost per wear for my designer bags, but today we're just going to focus on what was most useful to me in 2020. So let's start at the bottom of the list. So my least most used bag of 2020 with 7 uses was the Celine Nano luggage tote. I've had this for maybe 6 years now, 5-6 years now. I still love this bag. I use it a lot. I love that it's got the top handle option. It's a great mini bag size, but it still fits a ton. And it's got a crossbody strap too, so I'm not restricted to just holding it by a top handle. And I think it really looks chic and cute. I've loved the design, like pretty much all Celine designs. I just love all Celine designs and bags. But the luggage really spoke to me when it first came out, and I've loved it ever since. So no surprise that this is still one of my most used bags, even if by comparison I didn't use it that much last year. My next most used bag is also from Celine, and with 10 uses it is the Celine Large Trio. Now if you've looked back through my channel or if you've watched me for a while, you'll know that I did a review on this bag a while back and I ended up selling it. And I actually recently bought it back in 2019. I had a craving for it. Once I sold my Gucci Disco, this sort of became my bash crossbody bag. I use the term bash lightly. It's just something that I like to use if I go grocery shopping, something that's really casual, comfortable, and easy to use that I don't have to worry about too much. And I've loved using it. It's just it's a good size, it fits everything that I need. It's versatile and really minimalist, and like I mentioned, I love all of Celine designs, so this just still speaks to me, and this was really handy for doing groceries last year when I wanted to be hands-free and not have to touch my bag as much, of course doing groceries during the pandemic. So yeah, this is my second least most used bag of 2020. My next most used bag of 2020 was the Chanel Gabriellehobo. I believe this is a small size, and it had 11 uses. Noticing that all of these bags so far have had very small usages. I'm going to get to why that is in a minute, but yes, this was my next most used bag of 2020, and I guess it was because it was still fairly new. I love the color of this bag. I go back and forth now. I think I've cooled on it. I loved this design when I first saw it in person and when I first saw it on a couple of YouTubers' channels, and I just thought it was great, like casual Chanel that could also sort of be more low-key. It was different from a classic flap style, like all my other bags are basically flap styles. So I thought I wanted to take a chance on this one, but I think I've kind of cooled on it. I really just love it for the color combination. I love the beige and the black. I don't have anything in Chanel beige, and I really wanted to get something in it. So I may be just a sucker for the color at this point, but I don't know. I go back and forth on this one. I haven't used it so far this year in 2021, but I used it quite a bit in 2020 by comparison. So Yeah, it's on the list. And for those of you wondering what this does not come with the bag. This is actually an idea I got from Melbourne to store my bags. So this is just a seat cover from, a seat belt cover that I got from like Canadian Tire, but you can get from any hardware store like Walmart or something, I'm sure. And because the chains are just sort of weird and I didn't want them to sit on the bag or sit in the bag, this was just a good solution to store it. So yeah, that's what that is. So this is actually my second most used bag of 2020 with 28 uses. It is the Chanel Reissue 225 in the ruthenium hardware and black leather. I love this bag. It is everything. I love the Chanel classic flap, like the cut style, the look, all the pockets and organization to it. Even the double flap, it doesn't bother me. I truly just love Chanel flaps. It's my, I guess, holy grail style. It's my soulmate bag. So the Reissue really just sort of expanded on everything I loved about it. Really, it has like a longer crossbody strap, so that makes it easier to wear in some ways. But it still has all the features of classic flap, and it's more low-key because it doesn't have the Chanel sort of turn lock on the outside. It's got the Mademoiselle lock instead. And I went for the ruthenium in this one because pretty much all my other Chanel is gold, except for my boy flap. But most of the things that I have are in gold, so this was just like a nice, I wanted a low-key casual bag, and this completely fits the bill. Love this bag. I can see why I used it 28 times in 2020. The only reason I think I didn't use it more was because in 2020 I was gravitating a little bit more towards bigger bags. I just felt with everything you had to carry for the pandemic, to be prepared, it was easier to have a bigger bag so I didn't have to scuttle around in a smaller bag and try to shove everything in. You know, your wipes, your hand sanitizer, your mask, and your mask like covering, like everything was just, it was easier to have a bigger bag at the time. So that's the only reason I think I didn't wear this more, but I love this bag a lot, and I look forward to using it more in 2021. So here we are at my #1 most used bag for 2020, and this is actually a tie. I didn't plan this is just how it happened to happen. Looking back over the numbers, I'm like kind of shocked that it turned out this way, but also not shocked at the same time because I feel like I reach for these bags literally nonstop. So tied for first place are the Hermes Garden Party in the size 30 centimeter in black leather, and the Hermes Evelyn in, this is the size TPM. I forget what the size, 29 centimeters, and in the Étoupe color. So why don't we talk about this little bad boy first. So I purchased both these bags last year. The Evelyn was first. This was really my first Hermes bag ever. I kind of always had a vision of this being like a mom bag for me, and I'm not a mom, but I can see why I thought that, and I'm looking forward to eventually using it one day for that purpose. It's so comfortable to use, and especially like I was mentioning earlier, during the pandemic I wanted to have bigger bags to carry everything I needed for like COVID supplies, for like personal COVID supplies. So this really fit that bill. So comfortable to wear, the thick canvas strap, just like you don't even notice it sitting on you basically. And I love that it has this back pocket. This is really the front of the bag, but I end up wearing the front part of the back part of the front with the H, perforated H. Not because I want to flex, but because I actually kind of like this as a little like privacy pocket. So the Evelyn is open at the top, and I have a bag organizer in there right now with some stuff, just because I use this bag so often still. But because it's open, I guess sometimes I kind of feel like, well, it's easy for someone to pickpocket. So I like to have this little back pocket here, and then I can stick my phone. If it sits close to my body, then it's harder to reach and it's kind of hidden. So yeah, I like it for that. And this is also a bag of mine that's not black. If you've looked at my collection before, basically I only buy black bags. So this is a nice little change. I love the Étoupe color. Definitely would like to get more in it in the future. But yeah, I love this bag, and I still use it quite a bit just because it's so comfortable and it fits a ton. And last on this list, of course, is the Hermes Garden Party. This bag seems to be blowing up. Like last year when I posted my what's in my quarantine bag last year, it got so many views for the Garden Party, and I don't know why. I didn't think that this was that much on the radar, and I recently had a friend who bought it as well and was like, I saw your video was like second in line when I searched for Hermes Garden Party on YouTube. So I was like, that's cool. I mean, yeah, like I think this is honestly a great bag. Obviously it's a testament to how much I've used it last year. It just fits everything, and it's really messy inside right now because I just used it today, so I'm not going to show you the inside. I do have bag inserts for both these bags because I just find it easier to protect the inside, number one. Number two, they are a little bit black pitish, so I didn't want to, or black hole-ish, so I didn't want to just throw things in. It makes it easier to find things like car keys or hand sanitizer, whatever. Despite the fact that this is a top handle, I love just having it in the crook of my arm. I find it really comfortable and easy to use. It's very lightweight, so it was really easy to use during the pandemic, even when I had to be hands-free. Earlier I was hanging hand sanitizer on like the front, but I was worried about hand sanitizer dripping out, so I kind of stopped doing that. I just stick my hand sanitizer in the bag now. But yeah, this is my most used bag of 2020, and I think it will continue to be a most used bag for a while because I really love it. I mean, I love the Celine Nano luggage. This is just a little bit bigger, so it can fit more things, and it's just so easy to grab and go. This really has sort of become a go-to bag for me. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That concludes my most used bags of 2020 list. I would like to do a least used bags of 2020 as well, with the caveat that like things have been a little bit different in 2020, so bags that I know I would use more in a normal year, just because we're going out, going to formal events, or that weddings and whatnot, what have you. Like I know some of those bags I just didn't get to use, and I was gravitating towards larger bags last year because it was just easier to carry all the things. So yeah, looking to do that video at some point. Stay tuned, it'll be on my channel. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Camellia_chic. I haven't been super active on that Instagram account, but I am looking to post more sort of daily things, just sort of bag love, maybe some outfits. Yeah, so if you want to follow me there, that will be the place to catch up with me. If you like this video, please give it a like, feel free to comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye.